All right, quick bite on the last story. Alleged looting of Ghana lands, like youth groups demonstrate against unfair treatment. And this story actually started yesterday and has continued through the news today. We have La Youth to demonstrate against looted lands. Today, that was from yesterday. But we also have a comment by the leader of the flag bearer of the NDC, saying that he will address the issue of looted lands. You can find that on ChannelOneNews.com as well as CityNewsroom.com as well. Just a quick bite on that one before we
Well, so on this very matter, I would like to greet the Gamanche, Nita Kiteko the second, and all traditional leaders from Bese, Abola, Laosu, Teshinungwa, Nimefenya, Biona, Chemba, before I address this matter. I greet all the Galants, all the traditional leaders, and I know that you are upbeat and you are against the looting of Ghana lands, especially the unprecedented levels in very recent times. I'll give a few examples. We have the trade fair lands, we have the prison service lands at Cantonment, the park and gardens.
You only have a minute to go. So
David, today you've interjected me many times.
I'm just advising.
You've interjected me many times. But to say that, see, our traditional leaders, and of course, I'm a guy, and so it tells you the passion with which I'm speaking. So I didn't even expect this interjection. To say that the unprecedented levels at which by the time you realize, I mean, Ghana lands demolished, private developer given to party cronies, among other things. We are up in arms against that, especially under the Nado Dankwa Akufo-Addo and Dr. Bawumia administration. We've seen unprecedented levels. The demonstration you saw yesterday was it's just the starter. We won't sit, we won't relent on our efforts to ensure that government stays off the indiscriminate sale, the indiscriminate development of Ghana. And so I appeal to all my people. We are not sleeping. Okay,
all right, thank you. Any comments on this one?
Yes, with the sale of lands, the Ghana lands, honestly, I think that people who are engaging in such activities should stop it. It's not a good thing. It's not a good practice. So I condemn it. But then before I conclude, I would still like to reiterate that the passage of this affirmative action bill is a big win for us, okay? And I want to say that all women in Ghana should look forward to better policies that will ensure that their interest is served. I made mention of the STEM facility that the MPP has already built and is catering for women in the science fields. There is also this, what they call it, gender parity that we are not talking about. Those days, families used to prioritize boys going to school than women being in school or girls being in school. But it took this government's bold decision of free senior high school to ensure that girls have attained gender parity at the senior secondary school, telling you that more girls are educated in the history of Ghana, and it is achieved by this government, something that nobody can take away from. Because if you even give somebody money, but you've not given the person the necessary skill to invest that money, you have done nothing. I am aware that some few weeks ago, Madam Jane, who is the running mate to JDM, decided to go and redistribute some headpants to Kaya people. This is something we should all pay attention to. If you are a woman and you are leading the charge and you are leading it by giving people headpants, what are you saying? And we have a government that is training headquarters and ensuring that they are taken out of the street.
We should give
and
them
so
skills.
Ghanaians should
David, you have not interrupted
Ghanaians
Tabitha in her last submission when you gave 1 minute each to us.
Because we are the
I have
only
made my
people
point. You
who
didn't
has
interject
paid
her.
attention
You
to the
didn't
development of
interject
women.
her.
All right.
And even with the health insurance, with the health insurance, it's women and children that are benefited.
We got to go.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much. I want to say a big thank you to my guest this morning, to Tabitha Akpenyini Ayila. She's a member of the communications team of the MPP, as well as Naatre Ni Okpe, member of the NDC communications team. She wants to fight me this morning.